What's going on, YouTube? You know, I finally get it. I finally get it. People who are striving to be successful and people who are happy where they are cannot be in the same space a majority of the time. You know what is funny about the world? Most of the news, most of the ideas, and most of the things, a lot of the things that exist today in the normal world come from mediocre people. If you look at Facebook, if you look at all these things where people are saying that, you know, different people or different groups can't make it where they are because of this, and this, all these statements are coming from mediocre people. Because successful people and people that are trying to be successful, you know what they're spending their time doing? Working, studying, creating networks, seminars. I mean, the list goes on. They're constantly creating and they're doing the same things over and over and over again. You know, it's always interesting when I go to the gym. There are people at the gym that I would start going with and we'll meet at the same time. We were in there, whatever. And then slowly but surely as the time goes on, you know, during the year, they all fall off. And then every now and then you get new pockets of people because no one wants to do what it takes. Everybody wants this microwave culture. They want it now. But let me ask you a question. When have you known anyone that you may know that didn't win a lottery but is successful, get it fast? If you read their lives, when they were younger, maybe they had a lemonade stand, they failed in maybe 12 businesses, they ran for office, became bankrupt, divorced 2 times, kind of thing, you know, and found something, worked for a company. If you read their bios, these guys and gals have been through everything. But yet they're still standing. But yet the people that do the most talking of you shouldn't own this business and what about this and come on YouTube channels and hit the dislike button and try to tell you need to do this, whatever, have never tried anything in their life. They've only talked about doing things. Because it's easy to talk. But I can tell you right now, when you get in the entrepreneur space, it's a whole nother ball game, buddy. Because the thing is, how can you keep going when you see no money? Sometimes money doesn't show up for 2 years. And your people around you telling you, you're stupid. Why are you going to do that? You're not making anything. You're not doing anything. You guys are barely keeping food on the table. You know, if you want to read a success story or hear a success story, read how Rocky Balboa, well, he's not Rocky Balboa, Sylvester Stallone came up into the movies. You want to talk about sacrifice. You see, it's something in an entrepreneur's mind. I remember when I was starting out, it wasn't great at all. I remember there were times that, you know, we could just barely afford to put gas in the vehicle to go where we needed to go. And I don't really know what it was, but it was something inside me that just basically told me you will not give up. Because at that time, I didn't know really any successful people. You know, I had a guy come into my life and start introducing me to financial books and business books, and I'm like, whoa. Then I became hooked, but before that, I didn't have anything. No support unit, no one to go to, no coach, nothing. All right? But, you know, it's crazy. I'm going to tell you one little story. I'm going to end this. It's not that a person who is striving to be great is being stuck up, arrogant, or anything like that. That's not it. But here's why you can't hang around normal people. I remember one time, I won't say who, but I was just one time, I was up early in the morning, praying and meditating. The person didn't even know not to disturb me when I was doing. Next thing I know, I open my eyes, they're like right in my face. What are you doing? What is that? What's this? What's that? I'm like, I'm trying to calm down. I'm trying to meditate. This is like the morning routine. So get back into my state, forget about him. The next thing I know, that person is telling that person, hey, he's over there praying. I said, okay. So that was one thing, you know. Then it was like, what are you eating for breakfast? Well, I'm not eating that. You're not eating what we're eating? No, I'm not eating what you're eating. I eat different stuff. Really, what do you eat? And I'm just like, oh, here we go again with this here. What do you eat? You know? Then I'm reading, what are you reading? Oh, I'm reading this book. Why are you reading that stuff? You believe in that stuff helps stuff? I'm like, I can't wait for this weekend to end. Then it was like, I'm recording things for a book. I'm doing this. What's that? What's this? Every time. Everything was, what is this? What is that? What is it? And I know everything's a teaching moment, whatever. But a lot of times when I'm doing my thing, whatever, I don't want to make everything a teachable moment. Especially if all you're going to do is criticize it anyway. But the thing about it is, that person has never pursued anything, never tried anything, never did anything. Just all they're doing is giving an opinion on something that they don't know what they're talking about. See, that's one of the reasons. You know, two different types of people don't do the same thing. It's just what it is. So maybe it could be that if people are like extremely wealthy and or doing something on a different level, maybe they just want to be them and they don't want to be questioned and because you know, and they don't come around you and say, why are you not doing this and things like that. So maybe that's the reason. It's a total different way of looking at life, you know. So that's all I want to say on that, guys. Let me hear what you got to say. Are you guys, because I asked one question in my mastermind this past Sunday. I said, how many of you guys are considered weird? And the room lit up. It lit up because they're weird only because they're not like people who tend to not take risks, who tend not to do things, and these people become vocal. So let me hear from you guys. That's all I have to say on this, guys, and until next time, signing off.